This video explores online allegations, rumors, and reactions for discussion only, without presenting confirmed facts.
Put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them could walk through the mall without security.
Hollywood just seemed to pause for a moment, and it was not because of a rumor, a tweet, or a leaked message. It felt like people finally noticed a pattern. Once that pattern becomes clear, it is hard to ignore. It raises a bigger question about how power really works in the entertainment world. What if major platforms do not lift people up but slowly drain them? What if fame is not freedom but a way to keep people controlled? Lately, one name has been quietly mentioned again, not loudly defended or attacked, but softly repeated. Teyana Taylor. This is not the polished success story often shown in headlines. It is not only about talent, luck, or hard work. It is about positioning, alliances, and who receives protection versus who gets pushed aside. Allegedly, Katt Williams has been hinting that Hollywood does not run on passion or loyalty. It runs on influence. Relationships are business moves, not emotional bonds. Silence more than honesty carries the highest value. Look closely and ask why so many enter powerful systems but leave without real control. Faces change, yet the structure stays the same. Those who follow instructions survive, while those who question things fade away. This is not about accusing one person. It is about observing patterns, benefits, and quiet rewards. Behind the glamour, ambition often hides as romance, and opportunity feels like rescue. Before calling it gossip, ask yourself why these conversations make so many people uncomfortable.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Hollywood is unsettled once again, but not because of a sudden scandal or shocking evidence. This time it is happening because people are quietly talking about a pattern they can no longer ignore. The name moving through private conversations is not being shouted or defended. It is being spoken softly with care and hesitation. Teyana Taylor. This is not the clean, polished story shown in interviews or press releases. It is not the feel-good version about growth, healing, and moving forward. This is the side of the story people only discuss when the lights are off. According to what Katt Williams has allegedly suggested, Hollywood does not run on love, loyalty, or pure talent. It runs on timing, alignment, and knowing when to stay silent. That idea changes how many people now view Teyana's journey. When her marriage to Iman Shumpert ended, fans saw pain and loss. Insiders, however, reportedly saw a shift in direction. The split was not just emotional, it was strategic. Iman was said to want a calmer life focused on family and stability. Teyana, based on ongoing whispers, appeared to be aiming for something broader, including deeper access to Hollywood and global influence. After the divorce, Iman struggled publicly, while Teyana kept moving forward. That alone raised eyebrows. Soon after, her name was linked to Aaron Pierre, an actor seen by many as a rising star. Industry talk framed the connection less as romance and more as positioning. Katt Williams has hinted that in Hollywood, rebounds are not always about healing feelings. Sometimes they are about climbing higher. When that chapter ended, the momentum did not slow. Speculation grew louder, reaching international levels, even brushing against names like Leonardo DiCaprio. Nothing was confirmed. There were no clear photos or statements, only patterns and access that seemed carefully placed. Then came criticism over creative choices and silence where many expected pushback. Teyana focused on progress instead. To some, that silence spoke volumes. According to Katt Williams' warning in Hollywood, silence can be rewarded, and power often hides behind opportunity.
She is showing me everything that she's been able to do is really phenomenal. This woman, when I called her up to do the movie, she was like, "Are you? Yeah, I think I know." But she killed it. You'll see what I mean. You will see what I mean.
At first, it looked like guidance, support, and a real chance to grow. That is how influence usually presents itself. Critics, however, say praise can be a gentle way to control someone. When help arrives during a fragile moment, it creates a quiet obligation that never needs to be spoken. From Katt Williams' alleged point of view, Tyler Perry is more than a filmmaker. He represents a powerful structure with expectations. If you follow its rules, progress comes easier. In this version of events, Teyana entered the space fully aware, and access was not given without purpose. It was not a dramatic setup, but a shared exchange. Visibility came with conditions, and stability came with silence. No one was fully right or wrong. Then the mood shifted. As this alignment became obvious, another voice returned. Jaguar Wright reappeared, and her words instantly made the industry uneasy.
They happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very homosexual behavior. He ain't rich.
Allegations only. They are not proven facts or confirmed claims. Still, they hit hard because Jaguar Wright is known for speaking openly when others stay quiet. Over time, she has gained a reputation for saying uncomfortable things that many people avoid. Because of that, her words tend to shift conversations. Suddenly, the focus was no longer just about influence. Tyler Perry became a point of debate, not simply a symbol of success. Hollywood rarely reacts strongly to gossip, but it does react when the same patterns keep showing up and refuse to disappear. At that stage, the discussion stopped being about one woman's personal decisions. It turned into a larger look at how the industry treats Black women. Again and again, similar roles appear. They are expected to be strong, silent, sexualized, or endlessly resilient. When they cooperate, opportunities increase. Yet control never fully leaves the system's hands. According to what Katt Williams has allegedly suggested, Hollywood does not reward purity or honesty. It rewards flexibility. The tragedy is not that people learn how to play the game. The tragedy is that the game rarely gives them a clean exit. Today, Teyana Taylor remains visible, praised, and protected. However, history shows what can happen when protection fades. That creates an uneasy question. Is she actively playing the game, or is the structure slowly closing around her? Hollywood does not panic when rumors spread. It becomes uneasy when patterns begin to line up. By the time this story moved forward, things had already shifted behind the scenes. Calls felt different. Invitations came with conditions. Conversations required loyalty before honesty. Once a system realizes people are watching, it does not explain itself. It adjusts. Around this time, Teyana's public image became carefully managed. Nothing seemed emotional or messy. Appearances stayed polished. Messages stayed controlled. In Hollywood, restraint is rarely accidental. Observers say this is the stage where careers are not destroyed but guided. Damage is not denied. It is redirected. Difficult questions get buried under success stories. What stood out most was not what was said, but what remained unsaid. There were no strong denials or confrontations. Work continued. Visibility grew. That raised concerns among critics. In this industry, steady momentum after controversy usually means someone powerful still sees value. Power does not erase talent. It absorbs it. Once absorbed, freedom changes shape. The silence surrounding Teyana was not emptiness. It was containment. Survival depended on discipline. Speak less. Show more. Do not disturb what is currently lifting you. According to Katt Williams' alleged framework, this is the real test. Not when everything falls apart, but when things begin working again. Recovery inside a system always has terms, even if they are never written. Around the same time, conversations about Tyler Perry also shifted. Public praise remained. Professional ties stayed intact. Yet whispers changed tone. The question was never about his reach. It became about what that reach expects in return. Industry insiders often describe two kinds of influence. One lifts you. The other keeps you locked in place. Once you benefit, silence becomes part of the agreement. When someone breaks that agreement, punishment is not always loud. Sometimes the phone just stops ringing. That is when the story stops being about individuals and starts being about structure. The same outcomes repeat, even as faces change. Pain turns into branding. Trauma becomes resilience. Emotional moments get packaged as growth. Black women are often expected to endure without complaint. If they speak out, they risk being labeled difficult or unstable. Because of that, many choose to keep moving forward quietly. Hollywood praises their strength while ignoring who demanded it. Observers noticed another shift. Critics were not argued with. They were ignored. Silence from the top is not weakness. It is strategy. Responding gives attention. Ignoring drains energy until interest fades. Still, suppression can backfire. Audiences notice gaps. Praise starts feeling rehearsed. Success arrives too smoothly. Suspicion replaces curiosity, and suspicion is harder to control. At this point, the situation began to resemble a courtroom without a judge. On one side stood polished images and awards. On the other stood timing, patterns, and silence. No proof strong enough to convict, yet enough to unsettle. Hollywood does not collapse from evidence. It collapses from doubt that lingers. The deeper tragedy is not exposure. It is adaptation. The cost of survival is rarely money. It is independence. A voice is not lost all at once. It is traded slowly. One compromise becomes opportunity. One silence becomes professionalism. Eventually, silence feels permanent. The machine keeps moving. What makes this story resonate is familiarity. People have seen this cycle before. A woman rises through struggle. Protection appears. Expectations follow. The spotlight slowly turns into a cage. The most disturbing part is not whether claims are true. It is that they sound believable. Hollywood has trained people to accept imbalance, to see silence as maturity, and to confuse access with freedom. This story is not finished. It is stabilized. In Hollywood, stability often means control has settled in. Once control exists, the next phase is ownership. The real question is not whether Teyana understands the game. It is whether anyone truly wins. History suggests protection expires when usefulness fades. Silence never saves anyone forever. By the time a system reaches this phase, noise disappears. No public fights. No loud headlines. Just order. On the surface, everything looks fine. Projects move forward. Deals close quietly. Underneath that calm sits control. Protection starts feeling like supervision. Choice is narrow. Even success comes with limits. Do not disrupt the story. Do not revisit old questions. Observers say this is when careers stabilize. Stabilization often means you are no longer just talent. You are an asset. Assets do not speak freely. This stage feels familiar because it repeats. Pain becomes a story of strength. Silence becomes maturity. Incentives replace threats. Criticism gets drowned out by celebration. The public mistakes celebration for freedom. Insiders know the difference. Freedom is loud. Control looks clean. Eventually, whispers stop being about accusations and become about conditions. Who can speak? Who should not? Hollywood no longer needs blacklists. It simply stops calling. That silence can be deafening. The tragedy sharpens not because someone is exposed, but because someone adapts too well. Adaptation is praised until it costs identity. Boundaries blur. Image replaces truth. Pain becomes strategy. What haunts this phase is the absence of closure. No reckoning. Just momentum. Momentum can be dangerous. Once the system decides you matter, it does not let go easily. It tightens. There is no judge, no verdict. Only an unspoken deal. Stay in line. Stay elevated. Step out and support disappears. These systems do not need villains. They need cooperation. Benefits tied to silence keep everything running. Stories rarely end with explosions. They end quietly. From the outside, it looks like success. From inside, it feels like restraint. The truth does not vanish. It becomes inconvenient. When attention moves on, the system wins. So the real issue is not guilt. It is cost. Loyalty is temporary. Silence is expensive. The question remains open. Was this strategy? Was it survival? Or was it a game designed so no one truly wins?